Many classic horror icons such as Giger's xenomorphs, Silent Hill's Pyramid Head, and other disturbing creatures share common characteristics. Pale skin, dark sunken eyes, elongated faces, sharp teeth, and the like. These images inspire horror and revulsion in many, and with good reason. The characteristics shared by these faces are imprinted in the human mind. Many things frighten humans instinctively. The fear is natural and does not need to be reinforced in order to terrify. The fears are species-wide, stemming from dark times in the past, when lightning could mean the burning of your tree home. Thunder could be the approaching gallops of a stampede. Predators could hide in the darkness, and heights could make poor footing lethal. The question you have to ask yourself is this: what happened deep in the eras, before history began, that could affect the entire human race so evenly as to give the entire species a deep instinctual and lasting fear of pale beings with dark sunken eyes, razor-sharp teeth, and elongated faces? Be careful out there. I live in Osaka, Japan, and often use the subway to go to work in the morning. One day, when I was waiting for the train, I noticed a homeless man standing in the corner of the subway station, muttering to himself as people passed by. He was holding out a cup and seemed to be begging for spare change. A fat woman passed by the homeless man, and I distinctly heard him say, "Pig." Wow, I thought to myself. This homeless man is insulting people? And he still expects them to give him money? Then a tall businessman went by and the homeless guy muttered, "Human." Human? I can't argue with that. Obviously he's human. Next day I arrived early at the subway station and had some time to kill, so I decided I'd stand close to the homeless man and listen to his strange mutterings. A thin, haggard-looking man passed in front of him, and I heard the homeless guy mutter, "Cow." Cow, I thought. The man was much too skinny to be a cow. Looked more like a turkey or chicken to me. A minute or so later, a fat man went by and the homeless man said, "Potato." Potato? I was under the impression he called all fat people pig. Huh. That day at work, I couldn't stop thinking about the homeless man, his puzzling behavior. I kept trying to find some logic or pattern in what he was muttering. Perhaps he had some kind of psychic ability, I thought. Maybe he knows what these people were in a previous life. In Japan, many people believe in reincarnation. I observed the homeless man many times and began to think my theory was right. I often heard him calling people things like rabbit, onion, sheep, or tomato. One day, curiosity got the better of me. I decided to ask him what was going on. As I walked up to him, he looked at me and said, "Bread." I tossed some money into his cup and asked him, "Do you have some kind of psychic ability?" The homeless man smiled and said, "Yeah, indeed. I do have a psychic ability. It's an ability I obtained years ago, but it's not what you might expect. I can't tell the future, or read minds, or anything like that." "Well then, what is your ability?" I asked eagerly. "My ability is merely to know the last thing somebody ate." I laughed because I realized he was right. He said bread. Last thing I had eaten for breakfast that day was toast. I walked away shaking my head. Of all the psychic abilities someone could have, that one must be the most useless.